What's up, guys? Today I am here with a brand new series. I am going to be reviewing some books from the Star Wars Expanded Universe. I will give you some reasons why you should start getting into the EU, why some of these books are definitely worth your time, even if you don't like reading, like me. Let's just get started. The first book I would highly recommend would be the Star Wars Thrawn trilogy. This is one of the newest additions from Timothy Zahn. It consists of 3 books. We have the first one that I just showed you. We have Thrawn Alliances. And then the last book in the series would be Thrawn Treason. Now, a brief overview of the books without spoiling too much. The first book, it gets into how the Empire met Thrawn, how Thrawn worked his way up in the military, how we met Palpatine, how he kind of rose to power, and, we get a little bit of information on what race his people is. We get a little bit of information on where he comes from and why he was banished from his own home planet. And a lot of this ties into Star Wars Rebels. You will be getting backstory on Lothal. You will be getting backstory on Thrawn's military genius and why he does the things that he does. The second book, Alliances. So with Alliances, it's a little bit different. So obviously he's already Grand Admiral at this point in the series. At this point, he has to work with Vader to help eliminate a threat on a foreign planet that the Empire is trying to control and liberate. And Vader and Thrawn really don't like each other because Vader's kind of Palpatine's second-hand man, and Thrawn, as well as Tarkin, they're very close to the Emperor as well, and Vader doesn't really like that. He sees them as competition. So you get a lot of passive-aggressive transactions between those two in this book. It's really tense. I heavily enjoyed it a lot. And again, I'm not going to spoil too much, so I'm not going to get, in depth with it. And the last book, Thrawn Treason, this one right here, this book ties back into the first one. When Palpatine met Thrawn, there was one condition that Palpatine gave Thrawn that he had to follow if he wanted to, be a high-ranking officer in the Empire. And that was he put his empire above all else, even his own people, and even his own planet. And at this point in the book, the main tension is, and this is kind of a spoiler, but it shows it on the book cover, so I'm just going to say it. If you don't want the spoiler, just click off the video now. Pretty much, Palpatine threatens to destroy Thrawn's home planet, and Thrawn has to make a decision whether or not he's going to protect his people using the Empire's own resources against Palpatine, or if he's just going to stick alongside with the Emperor. And this is why it's called treason. Because if he goes against the Emperor's will and decides to defend his own people, even though he's banished from his own homeworld, he's committing treason not only against his own people, but against the Empire as well. So him protecting his own people is going to get him in trouble with both the Empire and his own race. This is one of my favorite books that I've ever read, and I highly recommend going through this series, obviously in chronological order. Otherwise, this book isn't going to make much sense to you. That is about it. I will hit you guys up with another book review soon, and I hope you all have a good day.